Holy cow, folks, the Democratic Party just went off the deep end as they're saying the craziest things on air. I've got a lot of examples for you today, so make sure to watch until the end. Also, Kilmar Abrego Garcia is facing a possible deportation to Uganda, and you're not gonna believe what his lawyer just said. I've got all of that and a lot more, but before we start, please take a second to drop a like and subscribe to help this amazing community grow.
Developing right now, the deportation of Kilmar Abrego Garcia delayed at least a few more days. The White House said it was planning an imminent deportation of Abrego to Uganda. But late this afternoon, a judge said she needs to hold a hearing before any removal from the country can take place. Abrego will remain in custody until then.
Many users online have questioned why this judge is getting in the way of Garcia's deportation, even with the evidence that supports his connections to a violent gang. He's also been reported as a human trafficker, with reports of him beating his own wife. And yet we have liberal judges who feel as if it's their right to stop justice from happening. Now, as you heard, it's possible that he's sent to Uganda, something that his lawyer says is unacceptable.
It is preposterous that they would send him to Africa, to a country where he doesn't even speak the language, a country with documented human rights violations, when there are so many other options. This family suffered enough. They need to stop trying to separate them. Everything that they've done to Mr. Abrego Garcia, they've done it for one reason, which is that he had the temerity to exercise his constitutional rights.
I want you to notice that he's worried about Garcia not being able to communicate in Uganda, which is weird because I want you to guess one of their official languages, and if you guessed English, you'd be right. And then it hit me. Garcia has been in our country illegally for 14 years, but he still needs a translator to speak for him since he can't speak our language fluently. And here's where things go crazy. Democrats are throwing common sense out the window to defend illegal immigrants. Listen to Senator Amy Klobuchar, who says that US citizens don't represent the United States as well as illegals.
We have a message to Donald Trump. Immigrants don't diminish America, they are America.
Before we go further, I want you to comment down below if you think that illegal aliens represent this country more than US citizens. Now, the craziness doesn't end there. Listen to this DNC speaker talking about migrant crime and how we as Americans don't really care about it as much as woke issues.
Issues voters care about. Where does Trump go? Migrant crime, carjackings, the really lurid, awful stuff that is a crazy, crazy visual. Don't take the bait, because most Americans are more worried about how are we going to address mental health issues, the visible homelessness that we see on streets, and how do we deal with mental health and other issues that drive the sort of random incidents that scare all of us. That's what you should be talking about. That's where you should be focused. Don't take the bait in talking about migrant crime or carjackings or the things that actually don't matter to that many Americans.
So we're not supposed to be worried about getting our cars stolen by illegal aliens or care about violence that's affecting Americans every day. Now let's go a step further here to Chicago's Mayor Brandon Johnson. According to him, focusing on violent criminals doesn't reduce crime. I wish I was making this up, but I'm not.
What safe cities across America all have in common, they invest in people. And that's what we're doing in Chicago. We need the federal resources to make sure that we're building more affordable housing, expanding mental and behavioral health care, education, all of these things that could reduce crime and provide real community safety. Instead of spending hundreds of millions of dollars for a publicity stunt to invoke chaos and terror, the federal government should spend that money on proven solutions to crime and violence reduction. We cannot incarcerate our way out of violence. We've already tried that, and we've ended up with the largest prison population in the world without solving the problems of crime and violence. The addiction on jails and incarceration in this country, we have moved past that. It is racist, it is immoral, it is unholy, and it is not the way to drive violence down.
Now, we all know that the president sent the National Guard to DC, with mainstream media saying that residents aren't happy with him meddling in their affairs. President Trump fired back and called out the fake news to their face.
Everybody before me is happy what I'm doing. Most of you won't say that because you're radical left. The newspapers are so dishonest. The press is totally dishonest, but that's all right. We've gotten used to it. and we won in a landslide, so they obviously lost their power. I mean, it's impossible to imagine that when you get 97% negative stories, purposely negative stories, even though you've done 97% positive things.
But we have to ask, are DC residents really angry about their city being secured? A poll shows that more than half of those who live there are happy about what the president is doing, and I've got the clips to prove it.
I feel safer. I do. It doesn't bother me at all. I just feel more military police presence there are. I just feel like I'm more inclined to be downtown more often than I usually am, especially in the evenings.
Contrary to what the media would have you believe, the people in DC are actually enjoying their city and are quite thankful to President Trump.
Thank you, Trump. You can now come and check out the monuments, get something to eat, and check out the sights in Washington, D.C. and not get robbed, carjacked, or killed.
I have to ask, do you agree that President Trump is making America safer for U.S. citizens? Let me know in the comments. Before I go, please consider subscribing to the channel if you want to keep yourself informed with Social Security, U.S. and world news. Thank you for your time. Talk to you in the next one.